EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. It's opening round coverage of the United States Open Championship. And hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We are at Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania. Frank, the site of so many historic moments. Great players have made their mark here. Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, Ernie Els, a long and distinguished list.
Oakmont, if it's not the most difficult golf course in North America, Rich, it's certainly one of the most difficult golf courses. With its 210 bunkers, really personified by the church pews, the hard and slick greens that slope away from the player and the tight fairways. This golf course always requires the utmost precision. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
It doesn't go in, you got to add another one to the scorecard.
And that's where the golf ball's just staring at you, and mocking you and laughing at you.
You know deep down it's smiling too, don't you?
So they'll tap in. No damage done, made the par. Frank, you well know the U.S. Open is a thinking man's game, and this is a good example here, this short par 4 second hole.
It certainly is, Rich. It's not about length. It's not even about accuracy. It's about trying to pick the right shot, and the right shot is somehow finding that fairway between the left as it creeps in and the 6 bunkers on the right.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Good look now at the second shot here at this par 4 second. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet. And with that birdie on top of the leaderboard.
Class of their own right now.
Frank, this hole, the third at 428 yards, has been a part of the U.S. Open story for a long time, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, it's just a great par 4. It's a typical U.S. Open par 4 that challenges in between the ears as well as the swing and the execution itself. The second shot, slightly uphill. You really got to break this green into 2 sections. That ridge in the middle, anything past that, everything funnels off and towards the back of this green. Anything short of that, well, it actually goes towards the front side. So very difficult from tee all the way through to the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This for par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Now to the par 5 fourth. It is 609 yards. Frank, this has been pivotal in past U.S. Opens.
Yeah, it certainly has. A good drive here, there's a chance to go for the par 5 and 2. A bad drive here, finding the church pews or the bunkers on the right. More often than not, you're pitching out sideways. Totally different proposition.
We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Nice position, short grass, second shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, also.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. So, they get it to 2 under with that birdie. Well, the good short par 4 has become standard at most modern U.S. Opens. Here's an example, Frank, 382-yard fifth.
Yeah, this is where you have to play the percentages. If you're going to play a hole 4 times, if I put myself in the fairway 4 times with a long iron, will I play the hole under par? That's the strategy here.
Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field.
Always a little trickier. Club selection is key, playing downhill in this shot. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. 10-foot putt left. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
He has this for par.
No mistake made there with the par.
Frank, you played the U.S. Open and nearly won it back in 1994 at Oakmont, so you remember this par 3-6, the 194 yards. It's changed a bit since then. How?
It has. They've actually made the green a little bit bigger, and how they managed to do that, they took away a bunker that used to be behind the green a little on the left side. It's not really made the hole any easier, but it still suits like a little bit of a cut. And there's something that starts on those left bunkers and works its way back towards the middle of the green. The reason why that's a better shot is because the slope of the green goes in the opposite direction. So it's one way to keep the ball straighter.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Clean this up with a tap. Nice par to remain at 2 under. U.S. Open continuing here at the par 4 7th at Oakmont. It's 434 yards. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, when I think about a U.S. Open, I think of 5-footers for bogey being as important as a 5-footer for birdie at most other tournaments.
Yeah, and I think that's why when you look at the list of great U.S. Open champions, the names of Ben Hogan's come out, tough character from Fort Worth. Jack Nicklaus, the greatest achiever in the game. Tiger Woods at his best. U.S. Opens, to win multiple U.S. Opens, it just takes a very, very rare character.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Solid par. U.S. Opens, Frank, as you well know, you've played in so many of them, are supposed to be demanding and tough. This is what a U.S. Open's all about. A par 3 and nearly 300 yards. That's the 8th at Oakmont.
It's not just the length, too, but this is a typical Oakmont green, which means it's not easy. There is an option, though, if you can't reach this green, or at least fly it on, you might get a lucky bounce to kick forward. You'll see a lot of people chipping from around the front edge of this green, and there's no shame in that. Safely on the dance floor.
Two under par for the round. And now to the 9th, and in case a player has forgotten somehow that he's at a U.S. Open, the 9th will remind him very quickly that this is the national championship. This is demanding.
Oh, that had some meat behind it.
Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill. Good swing, good shot yet again. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Good job right there. Now making a move and setting himself up for, who knows, a good weekend run, maybe at another title. The former college standout has been excellent today. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You're going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. How about that? 4 under par. Par 4 11th is 379 yards as we continue backside here at the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Frank, what's the strategy off the tee here?
You're hitting something that goes about 240, 250 yards maximum, hopefully keeping it out of that right rough. Why that right rough is certainly to be avoided is that big gaping bunker at the front of the screen. Green's perched up a little bit, so this is another one where if you can hit an iron or a utility club off the tee, you must find the fairway. The great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont is no cupcake. It measures in at 667 yards.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Nicholas over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's at sneaky distance.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. Action flying all over the place. Let's get down now to the 13th. Frank, it's only the first round, but you're a believer that these can be as important as the final round.
Well, if you get yourself in contention, Rich, then obviously you get the momentum much easier and the feeling of being in the hunt. That's going to give you the adrenaline rush, and you'll breeze through 4 rounds.
Frank, what's ahead after missing the par 3 here?
Well, a tricky little shot coming up, but really this is a difficult par 3, so if you can get this up and down, it still won't be a lost cause.
Solid play, heart of the green. And getting ready for the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. The reason Oakmont has hosted so many U.S. Opens, Frank, as you well know, is it has a really good blend of holes. And now we come to a short par 4, 358 yards, the 14th.
You can see the predicament in front of you, bunkers left and right. But really the bonus here is if you can get the ball on the fairway with just something like a long on off the tee, this is one of your best scoring opportunities at Oakmont.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a masterclass in short game.
From about 8 feet. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This would give him the par. Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. Just a little tap in here. Now at 5 under for the round. Well, this is a good U.S. Open par 4 at 499 yards. The 15th is one of the better holes in the course, Frank.
It is. The shape of the tee shot you think would suit a cut, but because the fairway slopes quite severely to the right, really it needs a draw just to work its way against that slope and somehow keep it on the straight and narrow.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
This one has a chance to be close. Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
Did the job right there. On to 16 now, a 231-yard par 3.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Coming down to the wire here at the U.S. Open Championship at fabled Oakmont, and the tension starting to build. And Frank, this is decision time at this very short 313-yard par 4.
And normally in a U.S. Open, Rich, you'd think the prudent play would be lay it up, but I kind of like driver here today. I think the worst you're going to do is just miss the green or hit it in one of those pop bunkers. You perhaps could drive it on the green, be putting for eagle, but even out of one of those bunkers, you've got to think you're even money to get it up and down. I like driver here.
All right, Frank, just on the fringe, you might be thinking about making this.
Yeah, he's a better chipper than you, Rich.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Now on to the 17th hole, and Frank, in so many ways, this determined the outcome of the 2007 U.S. Open. Jim Furyk had his issues here. It's just 313 yards, but it can really play with a player's mind.
It's such an unusual par 4 for a U.S. Open, plus also where it comes in the round, because the options, and there's only really two, is like a 4 or 5 iron, sneak it up the right side, or you take a driver directly at the green. You would think there's something in between, but really there isn't. And that's why, to your point, it stopped Jim Furyk, it stopped Tiger Woods, it allowed Cabrera to win. It also helped Ernie Els, who went with the driver option there back in 1994. So 17, it's short, it's tempting, it is at a U.S. Open, but it is still demanding.
That will be a great look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
As this one for par. Nothing wrong with that par putt.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.